surprisingly well. I've gone really far. Obviously with the car, I've got like massive kills. I've just had to be a little bit more tactical about it. Like, she can't pick up and carry a lot of stuff, obviously, because she's weak. But that's okay, that just means a few extra trips. We've got some crates back at home, so the storage is already nice and mint. And then, you know, I've got the car stuck a couple of times on piles of corpses, which has taught me to be more fucking careful. We had the tires pop on one of the cars too. That was a learning experience. The burglar has been great because I can at least hotwire the cars and get like straight in and do this. So she's immediately got a heavy duty weapon kind of thing. I'm waiting for it to say that her favorite weapon is a car, because so far it says it's barehanded, and that is not barehanded kills. She has been otherwise doing barehanded kills, but not like that, you know. So I also kind of need to make sure that these zombies stop coming here, because if I have to go and get my car and actually go and put some fuel in the other siren, I don't mind like leaving this here, but I do want the bookstore across the road, and eventually we will want the food place that's here too. So I'm just kind of like trying to do what I did in Riverside, which was just clearing out as many zombies as I can with the car's assistance as I can, and then I'll clear through the buildings myself, because we had the electricity, we had lights until the very start of stream, and then they stopped, which is massive. I've never ever had a game of Zomboid so far that has had electricity into August. I always lose it in 2 to 4 days. Always. So I literally just didn't know what to do with myself. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to the 3 like bookstores. I wasn't actually sure that Riverside had a bookstore or a college or whatever, but I did want to go there last life and I didn't get a chance to, so I made a point to beeline there. If this is clear, I'll shut that thing up in a second. But I did notice that these 2 doors got broken. There we go. There's our zombies. Let me just beat you to the car, mate. Because I think what's happening is they're breaking the wrong doors. They're stuck in this corner, and I don't think that there's a door on the side of the building for them to get out. So I don't want there to be like 50 dozen fucking zombies in there. Turn that shit off. Okay. I kind of probably... I do want to move this downtown, but I'm going to forget that there's shit in there. So I'm going to move it downtown for the moment, and I'll come back for my car, and hopefully they won't be swarming the ute. Because I want to put it... I don't want to get it too close to the school, but if I could get you guys to just follow me down here. Actually, hang on a second. Let's put this back on for a second. Let's put it on that one. The least obnoxious. Get out of the way, mates. I kind of want to just put you guys, if I can, up on this corner, because I've already cleared down further, and I'll go grab my car from down here. So I do want to go through the fire station. Preferably. Fuck off, mate. I want to go through the fire station, and if it's clear at the moment, I'll do that, and then I'll come in, I'll get the battering ram car in a moment. So I'll go and get that. It's down here somewhere. Hang on, just get through the bushes, love. Oh, but yeah, I've been enjoying like randomizing my people and having like no agency realistically over them. I just try to pick something I haven't had before. Like, I haven't really had like fear of blood on a character, and she constantly is like anxious and freaking out and stuff. Here's my vehicle. So we're going to go check out the fire station while there's still some light out, and while those guys are nice and distracted, because all of these guys should be mostly dead. Mostly dead. So, oh, there's like one dude down here. He's still walking up. But over this way should be nice and clear. This should be safe enough that I should be able to just back that up to there. Now, there is one corpse out the front, and before I do that, I did bring extra food on me, which I kind of need to leave in the car, preferably, at the moment. So all this rope, all these books, they can go into the thing. Oh my god. I hate when it's moving and I'm trying to pick shit up. Now, I don't know about those, the matchbook and the alcohol stuff. My flashlight should be in a different bag. I think that the bandages, I may have put them away. Oh no, there they are. Okay, I found the bandages and I found my thing. You shove that. Oh, I can't fit that in there. Do I have another granola bar just in case? Not really. Do I have fresh water? Yes, I do. Give me that. I don't need none of the other stuff. I do need something to snack on. I guess we can take in like... We'll take a snack bar. That shit sounds alright. We'll take that in as emergency food. I know she's getting tired. I don't really want to fight. But there is a corpse up and over here. I just want to have a quick little looty loot of... Yeah, snack sounds like it's like a fucking either a Kit Kat or a Snickers or some shit like that, you know? It sounds like it's good shit. Every time I see it, it does kind of make me want to eat like potentially like a Snickers or something. I'm sure it's a Kit Kat bar, right? But I think Snickers. And I'm like, fuck, I could go for one of those. The closest I've got to that is I've got like a peanut butter like bar kind of thing that's just like peanut butter, some nuts, and it's got a very thin layer of chocolate on the one side kind of thing. It's not the same shit, but I mean, it would do in a pinch for like wanting something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Kit Kat too. Okay, let's shut this. I do not know yet how stable this place is, as in like, did I accidentally trap any zombies or not, you know? Reese's Cup ones. I don't know. I think I found a Reese's Cup stuff in here. I got to try one of those a couple of years ago because they're really expensive here in Australia, and or at least where I am and shit. And yeah, I finally got to try one and I'm like, fuck, they're salty, you know? They do kind of have like an addictiveness to them, but they are salty. So I do have to like drink a fair bit of water when I eat it. I'm like, I don't find that as like a unappealing thing about the bar or the little thing. It's just like you have to kind of be aware of it going into it so that you have enough like hydration when you're snacking. What have we got in here? Nameplate. I could pull that apart. Escape from Tarkov. They call it a Slickers. They keep the exact same color and font as the Snickers. I love when they do shit like that. She's hungry. She's overloaded. She's going to take damage. I want to take some electronics so she can get... I'll take prescription glasses with me because she could need that at one of her lives. I won't like poo-poo her getting like, what do you call it? Short-sighted or whatever. I do see that as quite a good... Oh, we got a black version. Fuck it. Hold on. Put those back. Yeah, if she gets like prescription glasses or something like that, if I get like a nearsighted person, like I will play with that. I do want to take that though. We'll leave the water alone for the moment. Hold on. I'll take the paperclip. I get the feeling I can use them for shit that's just junk. She is getting stupidly tired and I'm nowhere near where we want to sleep. If there's not a lot of zombies here, I might be able to sleep here. I'm looking for equipment from the fire department. I'm looking for, we're talking about like axes. We're talking about like, you know, the fiery kind of clothes and stuff. I can't put the clothes on me at the moment because I need to wash them for her. Otherwise, she will freak out. So, I don't know if the firehouse has got like somewhere she could sleep inside. I kind of feel like maybe it will. But I guess we can sleep in the car. It's kind of empty here. Like there could be zombies down in the tree line. But I'm not seeing any. So I think we'd be safe to sleep here for the night. And worst case scenario is I can move the car. It's one of those chocolates that you only have one or two at a time. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Reese's Cups are definitely that. Let's pop that back in your backpack. And we'll shove you back in the car. And we'll get you to have a proper sleep. It's kind of a little tiny bit early, but she is ridiculously tired. So what I might do is I might get her to just disassemble some shit. I don't know if she can disassemble that. I didn't grab any Oh, I did grab an extra magazine. What was that? Improvised flashlight. Teacher's improvised lantern. Fuck yeah, we'll read that. Yeah, there's a Roy's peanut butter puck. I love that it's a puck. It just makes me think of like ice hockey. And I'm like, yes, that delicious pucky goodness. You know? But yeah, I love when like games do this shit. Also, if those boots are good, I don't know. What kind of boots am I rolling? I got work boots. It's it's 3. It's pretty good conditions, about a half. Let's have a better look. Can't be repaired, that's fine. It's mostly good. What are these ones comparing to? Sledgehammer is amazingly useful too. Well, I have been like keeping an eye out for like, you know, like the roadside construction sites and shit like that. Because like, I normally find a sledgehammer in either a ute or a ute parked at like a manhole construction site. Are we looking at these boots or are you just thinking about love? Maybe? There we go. Oh. No, I think they can go out on the ground. Hold on, hop out of the car for a sec. Where were those boots? These can get left behind. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't disassemble them. So that would be fine. These can go back in here. Have I got anything else like tucked in this car somewhere that I can work on? Because if I don't, I might put her to sleep. I know she could read probably Electrical 2, maybe. She's read that. We got Mechanics 2. We have read Mechanics 1. It is like... I don't want her to wake up too fucking early. I'll let her read for a little bit. What is it? Skill level 2 low. Okay. We won't read that then. What else we got? I think she's okay to sleep. Let's make you remember how to sleep. Get your ass to sleep. I've got a 7 a.m. alarm on, so worst case scenario, she will wake up in the morning. She is getting very hungry. I want her to be able to go through that building and pick up some shit. What do we got? 4:20 in the morning. We could really do it for a bit more time before then. I guess we could eat. I'll have a drink of my water and I'll find something for her to eat. How about we eat the vegetable soup? Yeah, we'll do that. And then I'll swap over her, well, actually, if I don't swap over her water bottle and I take that empty plastic one inside, we could potentially go and, like, fill those up. Alright. So, we'll chuck that in there. That looks like that's scrap. I know there's a lot of stuff in all of these buildings, and that's great, but I gotta stop picking up just random shit. I'm looking for tools, like axes and anything else I can find that's a tool. I'm looking for clothing, protective clothing, and books and magazines. That's what I'm looking for here. So I'll have her breakfast, cool beans. And we've got a couple of cans to drop on the ground. We should be okay to hop outside now. Drop those down. And let's go and go back inside. So obviously that guy had like some holes in his clothes because I kind of ran him over a good few times. Obviously. We might actually want a torch in here. The only reason why I give a shit that it's so dark is that the torch factor. I can swap them, it's fine, but I don't really want to be like looting through here without light, preferably. Okay, first things first, let's fill up our water. Let us fill all that. What else have you got? I think, oh, she's got a tiny bit of blood on her leg. We must have stomped somebody, which means her shoe also probably has blood, and her alarm will go off at 7, so fuck knows what she's going to be doing at 7 a.m, but her alarm's going to go off with that, so here's hoping it's not trying to hide from a zombie, you know? Okay, let's have a look. I think this is just a bathroom, so it doesn't look like a bathroom that's got really anything in it. I just want to shut that. We have extra water in here. That looks like that's just a gym room. Yeah, there is a radio though. I'd love to just be able to get her to grab this sometimes, but sometimes I can't get it to do it. I think I've got to do that. There we go. So when she's grabbed that, I will probably just keep trying to loot some stuff. I'm trying to take like electrical stuff with me so that she's got stuff to do in her downtime. Oh, hello. What do we got in here? Cleaning liquid, a hacksaw, a drill. Apart from the light bulb, because I can get them kind of anywhere. That's, I guess, a little score. I don't think I have a hand drill. I do have a saw. I'm not too worried about that. I know you're getting heavy again. Okay, so we've been in there. There is this big, wide open mess room thing here. There's an upstairs too, I noticed. I don't see nothing in here. Alright. We've got upstairs still to go. There could be zombies trapped in corners, by the way. Has anybody seen a zombie come down that pole? Just let me know about that one, because I don't want to be fucking jump scared here. I'm Australian. We're used to like our drop bears and shit, but like, you know, I don't need to drop zombie in this particular scenario. Just let me fucking know. I think you can use firefighter's axe. Fuck yeah. So I never got a firehouse. Not good at this game. Look, I'm still fucking learning it. I basically like set like small priorities, and that's what I'm focused on. Like, at the moment I'm trying to survive for, like, have one person survive for more than a month. And if I can get it to survive more than a month, then obviously I need to start planning for, like, you know, winter, and then I'd like to start advancing into probably figuring out like crops or like animal husbandry or some shit like that to help keep her alive and so on and so forth. I don't need to carry the oxygen tank out. All of those sort of things. I might just pop this door open because that lets me get back to the car and drop off all of this except for that. I wanted the axe because I know she can fight with an axe. It said somewhere here that she was good with an axe and a long blunt. So I wanted to get one because she's got some small skills in it. So I was kind of excited about that. But yeah, she should be good for food. Yeah, her weight's still going down. I've still got to be on that. I still got to make sure that she's doesn't go down too fast and stuff, because I just want high weight to come off her. I just want it to come off. I don't want it to keep going down, because at first I was like, oh, maybe I'll push her down into like underweight or something, because there's a lot of people that kind of like seem to do playthroughs with that and stuff, and I don't really know why, because I have never really just sat there and paid that much attention and shit. But yeah, you guys reckon it's not really the best thing for her, so I'm not going to push her into that. Now, what I kind of want to do is, I know this will let zombies potentially in, but there don't seem to be that many zombies in here, and this does allow me a bit more light. So, ooh, some first aid shit and some good boots. Okay, let's wear your good boots. And we have some red clothes and shit, which is kind of neat. That's got some medical crap in it. Fuck yeah. So it was funny, over Christmas when I was like dabbling around with like multiplayer and shit, I ended up with a character that was like, there we go, hold on, was full tilt, like all red, basically. Oh, and a firefighter jacket. I think that will unequip my overcoat, but that shit would be really good for later. There's my extra boots, we'll chuck that in there. This is what I'm after. Equipment, protective gear, weapons, tools. I'm looking for all of this shit. We've got some good quality firefighter jackets. I never get like fresh ones. You know, I've always got to peel it off the zombie that's on the side of the road, you know. I could just imagine that scenario. Like, it's like no amount of washing that could like make it good, essentially. Speaking of washing, no, rat poison's not what I want. A tarp, we could do with that. I think I only have like one tarp, and I do want to make a water catcher this time. I really do want to try to get to a point where I could maybe use a water catcher. Is there any clothes in here? No. I know I can also disassemble the clocks and crap on the wall. Ooh, this is a nice little room. Oh, medical. Fuck yeah. Okay, well, we got medical, tweezers, all that sort of stuff. That's some good shit. What else we got in here? Some sutures. I plan to tear up a lot of clothing once I read the tailoring book and stuff, and I want her to get some skills so that we can get some thread and we can start having like some surplus like thread and needles and shit in the house, so that then I can like be prepared for either sewing up my shit or sewing myself up, or you know, whatever I need to do. Box of screws. I don't really need screws too much, but screws are not like a problem. We'll fill up my drink bottle while I'm here. Got this room, and then we got upstairs. I also want to see if I can come down that pole, but I'm scared that she's just going to fall down and fucking snap her leg or some shit. So there is that. Also, I'm lulled into a false sense of security so far. All I know is I could pop open one of these doors and there could be a fucking zombie sitting in here. I'll probably screech. I also kind of want to take the oxygen tanks, but I don't have a need for it yet. So I don't want to do that. I know she's taking damage. I will have to take this out to her car before I go upstairs. That is another thing too, is that she is slightly more realistic in that I actually have to make a trip back to the car every so often. Is that usable? Maybe. I love that that's furniture though. Anyway, I was wondering if I could use that, like equip that and use that to yell. Because if I can, that's going to be an interesting way to also siren zombies in a bad way. I don't know if we've got pipe wrenches at home. I don't know what we got along this wall. But this should be the last of the stuff downstairs. What have we got? Got a bin, got a couple of tables. Okay. Oh, I don't know. Let me through. You stand up and walk properly for a hot minute. We will take this back to the car, and it's nice and lit up in here now too. If this has a good spot upstairs, like I wouldn't potentially mind securing it a little bit for like if I had to like sleep here or something. Get you chuckle your shit into the car. I also don't know if I'm supposed to keep that water bottle on me, but that's fine. And I think that that was everything. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. I think that's everything. I've got to grab. Okay, she's got everything. Cool. Alright, let's get her ass upstairs. Let's get that light back on. Let's go upstairs. Whoa, shit, no, fucking put that back on. I wanted you to crouch. I'm like, crouch, and she's like, I'll turn off my light. I'm like, that's not quite what I wanted. So, what do we got along here? Because if there were zombies up here, they definitely would not have been able to have gotten out. Bathroom. What is this thing? Oh, it's a fucking light. That's an interesting looking fucking light. I haven't seen one of those in this game. So it does have beds. I kind of figured it would. There's nothing up in here. That's fine. Shut that. Those two doors are shut for the moment. We've got a nice big kitchen. And there doesn't look like there's any other zombies. And I just have to find out, can I do anything with this? No. There is probably a potential that I could maybe fall down. I'm not going to try it. But this is fine for the moment. So because I'm probably not going to stay here, I don't want to do that. I want to disassemble. Disassemble the TV, please. And then I'll have to put the... Well, they have to put the, like, the torch away and shit. Is she starving? She's very hungry. She's very tired. Okay. Well, we'll get my bed out because I'm going to need a light at a moment. Oh, we got honey and shit. If you want to drink like half of that, that should get you some food back in you. I kind of... What if I drink the coffee? What if I eat half? I've done this before and it doesn't seem to like pepper up. But could you imagine if you just ate like a big chunk of coffee and it just gave your person like sumis and like they weren't tired? I'm kind of hoping if I went and I boiled up the coffee, maybe it would make her like a bit more less tired. I was hoping that that was going to give you less tired, but it did nothing. Okay, kitchen. What have we got in this kitchen? We've got a rotten jalapeno. We got beer. Salt. I don't know if we got salt at home. There's a stale uncooked thing. Mason's Trail. I don't have that, I don't think. I think I can use that as a weapon as well. I guess if I could have found the coffee pot, we could have got water. I do want to take home an additional saucepan. I technically want to take home like big pots like this thing. Yeah, empty that pot. You grab that. I want to take those home because until I get a rainwater catcher, that will provide me with water. So unless I find buckets, if I could find like just a second bucket, those things hold like, was it 10 liters of water? You really don't need a lot, you know? Evaporated milk, jug of vinegar. Well, that's new. I have not come across a jug of vinegar in this before. I'm sure that that's got a lot of uses. I'd be curious to find out what I can do with that. I don't want the tissues, the pans. I don't know if I looked in the other cupboards, but this is probably fine. A bottle opener, fuck it, I could probably do with one of those. I don't know if we got one of those at home. Okay. I think I got everything out of the kitchen. There's this thing here that's a mug. All right, there's 2 rooms left up here. There's one that's reasonably well lit up, and then there's this bullshit room that's clearly like sectioned off. What was that? Is that a zombie? No? I thought I heard a zombie. I'm concerned now because this is a well lit room. No, there's no zombies so far. It could be outside. I'm not loving this. No, okay. We'll leave that alone. What do we got? Got shorts, magazines, knee pads. I think we have knee pads on, but we could definitely do with taking that with me. No, she's getting a little bit entertainment. Let's take that. There's a lot of padlocks, and I'm guessing that it's for like the multiplayer aspect, I'm thinking. But is there any other reason beyond that there are so many padlocks suddenly in this game? Like, can you smelt it down or something? It's a legitimate question. Like, I'm just so curious because I've been finding an exceptional number of padlocks, and I'm thinking that maybe they added it for the multiplayer aspect. Let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, it's her being puffed. Might be able to. Well, that's what I was kind of thinking, you know. Now, there's some stuff over here that's been getting pulled apart. I've already got that magazine, but it can't hurt to take another one. Worst case scenario, if I've got duplicate books and magazines, I'm going to put them next to my fireplace for kindling, and we're going to use them as such, so I don't have excess. No, I checked that bookshelf. Okay, so we've checked this whole place to my knowledge. She is exhausted, so I'm gonna drive back up to the ute and pop the car up there, I guess. Should be good for like food and water and stuff, but I'm just gonna top up her water before we go. We want to fill just the water bottle. Don't have a use yet, according to Wiki. Yeah, I kind of figured it was something that was added that looks like it's going to have a use, but it doesn't appear to have a use at this time. I also feel like staplers look like they have a use. Like, I questioned if you could use it for medical stuff, like physically stapling wounds and stuff, but it didn't seem to have a thing yet, you know, so we'll see. Anyway, let's chuck what I can in here, and then I'll see about setting what I can on a seat or using it or whatever. But let's get your ass in the car where you can sit down and have a bit of a rest. It's midday. So what do we got? We could probably put something in there. I don't know how much of this is going to fit in there, but we'll put that in there. And staple lacerations and things. That would be nuts. Yeah, well, I kind of figured, I'm like, you know, I know that, like, there are proper medical staples that, like, surgeons and vets and stuff like that use to close up certain wounds and stuff. I'm like, I know that a office stapler is not the same thing, but in an apocalypse scenario and stuff like that, if you could sterilize the thing, or at least have like a similar aspect, like imagine going into, say, I know they don't have like veterinary hospitals and shit in this game, right? But could you imagine if you went into like a vet or a doctor's office and they had a form of a stapler, right? And then you could loot that stapler and use it for certain things like that, for sealing up wounds and stuff, instead of stitches, if you didn't have stitches, because that would make sense, you know? I also kind of do want to have a quick loot of this, although the car is very full. I'll just have a quick look through the pile, see if anybody... I do want to take a lot of the clothing, honestly. There's some police stuff. I don't know what I quite want to take in the way of clothing to scrap, I guess. But I do want to have a lot of clothing for my person to pull apart. I don't assume that socks and stuff are going to do it. I do want to like keep the best of the best clothing items if I can, right? For like winter, because last time in winter I had to go out and get my girls some stuff, you know? They're not that different, surely. I think it's maybe the materials that they're made with.